they can't see us.
Alright, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming tonight. I really appreciate this, alright? Alright, have you ever been in a neighborhood where all the walls are covered in graffiti and all the windows and the doors have bars on them? You might be asking yourself, why is this happening? Why doesn't somebody step up and actually take action and stop this? Well, statistics today is there's 2.5 policemen for every single 1,000 citizens there are in the United States right now. So how can we expect them to take care of our neighborhoods when there's that few of them? That's where the neighborhood watch comes into play. All right, it's important for everybody to take their stance on it. Help police, help your neighborhood, and tonight I'm going to explain to you how you can do that and why it's important. All right? Communicating with your local law enforcement can do much in helping to make your neighborhood a safer place. Make it a better place. Up the property values. Assist with everything that they have to do, being the eyes and the ears to the police force. All right? There's a lot of honor and achievements that can come from working in the neighborhood watch. And that's why it's important, is because that honor and the achievement that you feel from actually doing something to assist in your neighborhood is important to each person. And it's our patriotic duty to do something to help. All right? Think of all the good, not just in your neighborhood, but in the entire city. One neighborhood gets a neighborhood watch, the other one might notice it. From there on, it might be just a tumble effect where the next neighborhood gets a neighborhood watch, and every single neighborhood is improved. Law enforcement goes up, and there's less of a chance of crime and vandalism from occurring. Like I said, in today's society, there's only about 2.5 police officers for every single 1,000 citizens. That's not much, and how can we expect them to keep every single neighborhood safe when they can't be everywhere all at once? By doing your part in enforcing the law, you're helping the police officers in doing their part, because you're being the eyes and ears for them. You're getting the training that can assist in keeping our neighborhoods from being vandalized, as well as keeping our neighborhoods safe. All right? You'll get the proper training from your local law enforcement when you go to them, and that's important because you're not technically a police officer, but you will have some responsibilities of being a police officer for your neighborhood. They'll teach you, of course, how to react when you see something happening and what you can do to assist in your neighborhood. Working with local law enforcement will create that relationship that you need to where both of you can work together and you can keep your neighborhood safe and make it that much better for everyone else. That relationship is key to getting the assistance that you need. You might have a chance with working with the police force to get the opportunities to go out and repaint the walls so you don't have your graffiti. Make it so that way there's not as much crime, so you can take the bars off the windows and take the bars off the doors and make your neighborhood an overall safer place. The experience you can get from assisting in a neighborhood watch, it's good for employers. They notice that you have the leadership skills and the ability and the drive to do something with your life and make a change in your neighborhood and your life, protect the security of your family as well as those of the neighbors around you. Not only does it involve the neighborhood watch in helping with the police force, but it also helps to make the community a better place. Repainting that wall will up the value of all homes in the area. The fact that there wouldn't be as much crime will cause the neighborhood to be worth much more value, as well as bring in neighbors that will assist in the neighborhood watch. Make it a better place for everyone. Creating that presence in the community can reduce the amount of vandalism, of course. The more people that are watching, the less likely vandals are going to go out and cause issues. They're going to see people watching, they're not going to want to go out. That's why it's important for everyone to do their patriotic duty and assist in the protection of the families of the United States of America. The more people patrolling obviously will make it harder for the areas to be vandalized. Vandals don't want to work when they see people watching, because there's more likely a chance somebody will call them in and get them in trouble. So the more people we have out there, the better. That's why it's important. Like I said, repairing the neighborhood. Taking the bars and the windows off will show that it's a safe neighborhood, a good place for people to live. More people are going to want to live there. And you'll actually be able to get that network and that community together to where you can work with each other on the small things. You'll bring yourselves closer to the neighborhood you're around. You'll be able to call on people that have emergencies. Whenever you have an emergency, you can ask them to come over and help you, because you know them and you work with them. You had a chance to get to know them and to be intimately have a relationship with them. All right. And obtaining that network in the community is important, because not only will you have those people that you can go to, but you'll also have the opportunities to get to know your neighbor. The person right next to you could be your best friend, somebody extremely important to you. You just don't know it. There are benefits to having neighborhood watch, but you might be asking, my neighborhood doesn't have neighborhood watch. How can I implement one? Well, first step is to talk to local law enforcement. They'll set you up with either a civilian academy, where you'll go and work with a police force. They'll break it down. Instead of a 6-month police academy, it'll be a 3-month, and it'll be just in your off time. They'll train you on how to be a police officer, but not have the exact responsibilities and duties of a police officer. They will also give you the responsibilities of putting together your neighborhood watch. They'll get you together, and normally it's a party. They'll have a representative there for you to pick out who you want to be part of neighborhood watch. And you can set up the most important parts of picking everybody, setting dates and times, and getting the entire neighborhood in on board. So that way you can all work together to make your neighborhood a safer place. Police will be directly involved with your work in a neighborhood watch. They'll be watching over you, making sure everything's good, and they'll be keeping track of everything that happens and assisting you in any way they can. If they see there's a deficiency in one area, they might come out and hold a class or something to help you in your neighborhood get better at it. And that's important because you can use those skills and those techniques beyond just working in neighborhood watch. It'll increase your leadership, and it'll make you a better person overall. And in conclusion, we discussed why it's important to have a neighborhood watch on how it'll help police officers, how it'll help the community, and how you can go about implementing your neighborhood watch. So in that example that I gave earlier, taking down all that graffiti, taking the bars off the windows and doors will increase everything and make your neighborhood a safer place and make all of America a safer place. So thank you for your time this evening.